60 pounds in 90 days. This breakfast we're having is 60 grams of oats, a tablespoon of chia seeds, 2 tablespoons of PB Fit peanut butter, a scoop of whey isolate protein powder, half a cup of almond milk. And that totals out to 41 grams of protein, 63 grams of carbs, and 12 grams of fat. But I'm not stopping there. I'm gonna have 5 chicken weenies with 5 grams of honey. The total breakfast breakdown is 745 calories with 62 grams of protein, 69 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of fat. Today is a lower body workout, and in lieu of warming up, I did my active warm up on just backward sled walks. You can just start really light and build up over time, works the quads and knees as long as you're taking intentional steps every step of the way. And then for the back, I start off with a 2-handle lat pull down. Really love this exercise because it is working each lat individually, as well as the intention of physically like spreading the hands at the bottom of the movement. 4 sets, 10 reps, great squeeze, great lat activation. And then I moved on to a tricep exercise. This is a single arm tricep kickback. This used to be done with dumbbells, but that is not efficient. Should be done with cables, a lot more tension, a lot more control. And then for chest, I did a cable chest press. This is a great exercise to get a lot of range of motion. You can get a way deeper stretch when it comes back, and it's activation throughout the whole movement. You realize like as you're pressing a dumbbell up at the top of the movement, you kind of like lose activation. Cables are just perfect for keeping constant tension on a muscle. 4 sets, 10 reps on there. And then I did the second back exercise of a horizontal split stance row. This is a great one to get more range of motion. So I just kind of lean forward, get a full stretch, and then pull back. And I'm not like leaning my back all the way back when I'm pulling. I'm coming right back up to as if I was standing normally. 4 sets, 8 reps. And then to finish off the biceps, I did some standing double bicep curls. Key thing on this is let the hands come all the way back, come from a full resting position. Don't hyperextend the elbow, but you want to be pulling from a place of 0 momentum. So you're getting that deep stretch, and it's going to hit right above the inside of the elbow, get that really good bicep pump. For cardio, I broke it up into 2 sessions today. The first session, right after this lift, I did 30 minutes on 5 incline and 3 speed. Mashed taters, olives and feta, some garlic, and then some chicken with a little egg roll for lunch. Something I find interesting that a lot of people talk about as the most controversial thing in fitness probably is diet. I just want to explain a few foundational things for you guys out there because I get comments about this on the best diet, fasting, keto, everything. So I just want to explain. So when I first lost my 100 pounds before a couple years ago, I did the ketogenic diet for 8 months. I lost a bunch of weight. I just basically cut out carbs. I mostly focused on eating vegetables, higher fat coming from avocados, eggs, bacon. Literally my diet was like chicken, broccoli, eggs, bacon, avocado, salads, like you name it. And like the net calories, the net grams of carbs was like 20. So you have total carbs, and then you have fiber, which can't be processed by the body. So you subtract that from the carbs, and that's net carbs. And eating a high fat diet like ketogenic, it keeps your hunger satiation, so you're full a lot longer. So it's way easier to do fasting. So I was doing like 18 hours of fasting, and then 6 hours I would eat all my meals. But the key thing is to remember is literally comes down to calories in versus calories out. And there's no secret sauce to doing that. There's just different methods. It's like one formula, but a bunch of different ways you can go after it. So you have maintenance calories, right? Which stems from like your age, how much muscle you have, how many times you're working out, how long. And that is calculated into a maintenance calories, like how many you have to eat just to maintain the current body weight you're at. And then you have a surplus of calories if you're trying to like build muscle or fat. And then you have a deficit, which is going to determine, which is losing body fat, right? And hopefully keeping muscle in the process by eating your body weight in grams of protein. How you achieve that deficit falls under many different ways. You can just track your food and eat whatever you want and just make sure you're not going over like 500 to 1,000 calories less than your maintenance, right? And that's 1 to 2 pounds of body fat lost per week. Another option is doing something like keto, cutting out carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are not a required macronutrient. You don't need them to survive. You can just eat protein and fats. Cutting out one macronutrient is going to make it way harder to overeat on calories, especially because carbohydrates are one of the most overeaten macronutrients that we have in our diet food chain. Same with fasting. Not eating for a portion of the day and then just restricting your calories to a certain window makes it way harder to overeat because it's hard to eat past your maintenance into a surplus or get out of that deficit calorie range when you only have 6 hours of available time to do so. And so a lot of people say like, ketogenic diet or fasting, it's not sustainable, right? These crashing diets, but it doesn't have to be sustainable. It can just be a tool in the toolkit. You go on it, the diet, you do the fasting for a few months at most, and then you cycle off of it, take a break, hopefully reach the weight that you're looking for, and then boom, you just go back to tracking food and eating in a maintenance once you hit that goal weight. There's no key to any of this besides discipline and consistency. You don't have to freaking complicate it because it's very easy to do. I'm like typing in Google what diet works best. The answer is always what diet works best for you to consistently stay disciplined on. And honestly, body weight tracking is one of the worst things, sadly. Easiest to do, just stepping on a scale, but it is honestly one of the worst things to track progress because so many things go into our body weight. Could be how we slept, how much sodium or salt was in the meal that we had last night. I think one of the best things we can do is just take pictures of how we're looking, like I've done this whole series, and that will give you a much more accurate way because we don't really care how much is on the scale anyways, right? We care about how we're looking in the mirror. And so let's actually track the thing of the goal that we're going for. Do we look leaner? Do we look stronger? Do we look better? And the mental connection to the scale has a lot more negative symptoms than it does benefits.
Say you like the wind blowing through your hair. Well, come on, roll with me till the sun goes down. Texas sun. Say you wanna hit the highway.
Last meal of the day is 8 ounces of jasmine white rice, which is about 65 grams of carbs, 8 ounces of Alaskan cod, which is 50 to 60 grams of protein, and then I slathered some of my favorite tartar sauce. And I have to really weigh that out because it's 13 grams of fat and 150 calories per serving, which is 28 grams. So I weighed that out down to a decimal point, and this will hit my macros and calories for the day. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 73. Peace. Stop following me.